Happy Tuesday! Here we are for more football fun. And today's activities are going to be based, just the warm-ups, on a figure of 8. Just in case you're not sure what I mean by that, okay, and I call it a lazy 8 when we do it on paper. Imagine that that's a marker and that's a marker, okay? And what you do is you go around, across the middle, around, across the middle, around, across the middle, around, across, like that. Okay, you can go the other way as well. You don't have to go the same way round all the time. All right, so to get that in our heads, we're just going to do fast feet. I've used 2 markers. It could be anything. You could use shoes, you could use a coat. It really doesn't matter. All right, I've used the big bottles because they're easy to see, and that one has got a cloth on it so you know where I'm going to be counting. All right, let me show you what I mean by fast feet. I'm starting in the middle on my fast feet and I'm going to go round. That's 1. Okay, round. 2 as I go past that marker. Round. And it's 3 as I go past the marker. Can you go any faster? Really fast feet. 4. And you're going to do 10 of those. So 10 of those, and you're going to do 3 lots of 10. Groups of 10, okay, so you go past that marker 10 times, have a little rest, get your breath, another group of 10 in the other direction, have a rest, get your breath, another group of 10, and then come on back for the next warm-up exercise before we have a game. Okay, practice well, and I'll see you soon. Brilliant, right, we've got that figure of 8 in our heads, so now we're going to introduce the ball. So we're nice and warm and we're ready for this. Yesterday we used the inside of the foot, we used the outside of the foot, we used the toes on top, and we used the toes underneath for the lob, okay? We're now going to use the sole of our feet. The sole is the bottom of our feet, and we're going to use one sole at a time, like this, okay? So it's your foot on top, and you literally hop as you roll the ball underneath your sole. Okay, it's very good for your balance. And if you watch footballers, and especially if you pause, oh no, I tipped it over. I wasn't watching, I was too busy talking. Sorry about that. If you watch footballers in games and pause the game, you will often see them on one foot. Okay, I'll just stop there. So it's actually a brilliant activity and exercise because you're balancing on one leg and you're rolling the ball with the sole. In actual fact, it's a really, really good skill and a way of keeping the ball under control. If I were you, I would do 5, okay? 5 on one leg and then 5 using the other leg. Okay, so do 5 on your left leg, 5 on your right leg, 5 on your left leg, 5 on your right leg. So that's 4 lots, all right? So do 5. And then when you've done 5, come on back. And I've got something else for you to have a go at. A bit of fun. Okay, enjoy the sole roll and I'll see you in a moment or two. Practice well. Okay, I don't know about you, but that's made my calves really work hard and they're quite achy. That's all right, we can just stretch them out. When I say stretch them out, your calf muscles, this one, and they're often quite achy after that exercise because you've been balancing on one foot and hopping, okay? So if you want to stretch them, heel on the floor, 1 step forwards, straight leg, bent leg, and as you do that, you'll just feel the stretch, okay? So can you see, heel stays on the floor. After about 15 seconds, turn round, heel on the floor, straight leg, bend this leg, and stretch out that calf, all right? Okay, you've stretched your calves, do those stretches 2 times on each leg, hold them for 15 seconds. That's 1 monkey, 2 monkeys, 3 monkeys, until you get to 15 monkeys, all right? Just gives them a break. We're now going to do what we did yesterday. Do you remember when we did the 2 feet inside foot pass, yeah? We're going to do that going round our cones. Remember, the cones are 2 paces apart. That's about the right distance, okay? Let's see how I get on. So, starting in the middle, okay, and I'm doing that pass between the feet. That's 1, well, that's the start, sorry. That's the start. Passing between my feet, Going round the cone. That's 2. Whoops. Oh dear. Miss Ray. Getting too close. Okay, but that's what I want you to do. That now means I go back to 1. Sorry, I go back to 0 and I start again at 1. Okay, so passing between your feet, round the cones. Okay, I'd like you to go in both directions. All right, just good for you to practice both ways. Great to get both feet working. That was one of my feet just wasn't accurate enough. Okay, so really good exercise for you. Usual thing, I'd like you to do 10 at a time. So go past that orange one 10 times, have a break, go the opposite way 10 times, have a break, back again 10 times, and why not do a 4th one the other way? Okay, so let's have 4 lots of that exercise. And then when you come back, I've got a game for you to play. Okay, enjoy practicing, just be determined, keep going. Okay, and I'll see you soon. Brilliant. We're really warm, we're honing our skills, we're using both feet, and now we're going to use our laces area of our foot, okay? Not the pointy bit of our toe, but our laces area of our feet, because we're going to be doing keepy-uppy. Because I'm inside, I need to use a sensible ball, so I'm going to use, to start off with, the easiest one, which is the plastic bag balloon ball. If you don't know how to make one of these, after the pause, come back in, I'll show you how to do it before I show you the next game. All right, so keepy-uppy is about staying on your toes and moving to wherever you need to be so you can get your foot underneath that ball. Here we go. This is very slow and easy. 1, 2, oh, Miss Ray said it's easy. I wasn't giving it enough. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. We'll leave it there. Right, did you notice something? Yeah, I was only using 1 foot. What I want you to do is to be using both feet. So if you're like me and you're really only using 1 foot, what you do is you then use the other foot. Okay, so I'm only going to use my left foot now, and I've got to get to the same number before I come back to my right foot. So I think I did, what was it, 10, something like that? So left foot only for me. 1, 2, 3, 4. On the laces, 5, 6. Oh, that wasn't the laces, and that's where it went wrong. It was the side of my foot. Try again. 1. Oh, didn't even get underneath it. And again. 1, 2, moving still. 3. This is better. 4, 5. Oh! I used the other foot. I only got to 5. So you keep using the foot that's worst. Okay, keep using it until you get the same number. So if you want, you could do 1 with this foot, 1 with that foot, 2 with this foot, 2 with that foot, 3 with this foot, 3 with that foot, 4 with this foot, 4 with that foot. Okay, and keep going. And it might be you have to have lots of goes with one of the feet, but it's really good for getting you strong and equal in your feet. If that's going well, go on to the old beach ball. You can get these in a lot of different skill. You can get these in a lot of the shops at the moment, because obviously it's that sort of weather. If you're doing really well, you could go outside with an ordinary ball. You could even use, you can get some little sort of beanbag balls called hacky sacks, and they're also very good for practicing this. It's good to practice with lots of different sorts of ball because it just gets your body really focusing on the skill of getting the right timing and the right bit of your foot in the right place on the ball. Okay, right, pause now. I will then show people how to make a balloon bag ball if they don't know how to, and then after that there will be another activity. Okay, go and have fun with keepy-uppy and see if you can get both those feet working at the same time. See you soon. Okay, if you didn't see my recording about using balloon plastic bags or plastic bag balloon balls, Okay, you can go back and catch that video. They were fantastic games. I love these. These are so good to use. If you're not sure how to make one, you just need a plastic bag. It can be one with handles or one without. It can be a really big one or a small one. You just have to make sure there are no holes. Okay, so if it's a bag with holes in, you'll have to cover them up with sellotape. Open up the bag. Okay, get some air in. You can blow in if it helps. If it's got handles, I prefer these ones, it's easier to tie. And as you're tying, you can just, remember, be careful because it can be dangerous from a distance. Blow and then really tie it tight. Okay, so I'm just tying a knot really tight. Then I cut off the long bits I don't need, but don't cut the ball. And there you have your balloon bag ball, and you can make some really big ones of these. You know, the bags that you often get through your door for charity stuff. If you're not using them, cover the holes with sellotape and then make yourself a lovely big balloon bag ball. But please always remember, thinking cap on, to be safe with things like plastic bags. Okay, we're not going to use them as space helmets or anything silly like that. All right, we're just going to make a balloon bag ball, and any bits that the dog or the cat might chew up or the little baby brother or sister might chew up must go straight in the bin. And as always, ask your adult. Okay, they might want to help you, but they also might want to say yes or no whether you can use plastic bags for that purpose. All right, okay, go play keepy uppy. Get yourself up to the highest score you can. Give yourself a challenge. Write your score down, all right? And then come on back for the next activity. See you soon. Fantastic. Okay, so you've been playing keepy uppy and you've been using that top part of your foot where the laces are. Okay, we're now going to use the side of our foot, inside or the outside, because we're playing, oh yes, we're playing football skittles. You can use anything for a target. I'm using these big bottles. Just make sure that if you're using bottles, there's nothing in them and that the lids are screwed on if they've got a little bit of something left. Obviously, thinking caps on. If you're inside, think about the ball you're using and think about your space you're in. The ball should be on the floor. If your head's over the ball, it shouldn't come up. Okay, so it's always head over the ball, body over the ball, and then the ball will stay on the floor. But as you grown-ups, ideally play outside, all right? Think where the ball will go if you miss the skittles. For me, hopefully it's into a plain wall or into the sofa. If I was outside, I'd want it maybe to be going into something like maybe a fence or the blanket hanging on the washing line, all right? Let's see how I get on with the inside of my foot. Ball down, one step. Oh, only two. I missed the middle one. Now I can either have another go, in which case I'm counting how many goes to get all the skittles down. And remember, I'm going to end up with my foot pointing at the skittle. Then I know that's the way the ball will go. Okay, so I'm going to point. Yep, I finished up pointing at the skittle, and sure enough, I knocked it down. You can either play with a friend or a family member. You take a turn and see how many goes it takes to knock the skittles down, then they have a go, and the winner is the person who took the least goes. You can make it harder and spread the skittles out, so you've got to really be accurate and hit each skittle. You could make a circle of skittles like a clock face, like we did in the golf, stand in the middle, and can you hit each skittle down at a time? All right, so there's lots of different variations, and you could do also the same activity, but saying you had to use the outside of your foot, not the inside. All right, let's have a look at that. Bigger skittles. There we go. So instead of using the inside, I'm going to use the outside. All right, so am I any good? I'm going to have to come this way, all right, and oh, the middle one went, but not the others. It's also good to practice saying, okay, this time it's only my left foot, and then it's my right foot, and then it's my left foot, and then it's my right foot. So I've got to knock them all down with my left foot, reset them, knock them all down with my right foot, and try and get the same numbers of goes with each foot, because we're trying to balance our feet, aren't we? We want them to be as good as each other. Go away, pause, practice. If you're having difficulty, come back, okay? If you've had maybe 10 goes and it's not good, come back and I've got a handy hint for you. If everything's going brilliantly, fantastic, enjoy, and I'll see you tomorrow for Wednesday's Fun and Games with Miss Ray. Okay, bye. Okay then, handy hint. If you're having a bit of difficulty, trickiness with making the ball go the right way or getting a nice swing, just let me explain what you need to be doing in a little bit more detail, okay? I'm going to move the camera down so you can see my feet and the ball, so that's what we're concentrating on, all right? So here we go. Right. Oh, okay, here's the ball. When you kick the ball, it doesn't matter how you're kicking it, inside of your foot or outside of your foot. The foot that is not kicking needs to step next to the ball, okay? About that far away. Not too far, not too close. About that far away, okay? So what you do is you take a step to the ball and the other leg swings through and kicks the ball. All right, let's see that from the side. There's the ball. I take one step next to the ball, my other leg swings through, kicks and ends up pointing where I want the ball to go. It's just the same if you're using your lace, the outside of your foot, sorry. So I would just be more behind the ball in a straight line. Okay, I would step and then my foot comes through using the outside of the foot. All right, let's look at those both at a little bit more speed. So step, swing. All right, oops, that was a skittle. Next one, I'm behind the ball now. Okay, I step and swing. Okay, I hope that helps you. Go and practice. Do what I've just done and do it really slowly, okay? Step, swing, okay? Step, swing, and just get really used to it, all right? Do it with the best foot, and when the best foot gets really good, your dominant foot gets really good, then try it with your non-dominant foot, the foot that's not as good, okay? And see if you can practice until they get equal. Don't forget, point with your foot where you want that ball to go. Just like when we throw a ball, we point where we want it to go, and that's where it will go. Have a great time practicing, enjoy the fun, and enjoy that lovely feeling of knowing you get better. And sometimes it might not be today, but tomorrow, when you have another go at this, all of a sudden, magically, your load's better. That sometimes happens. So don't worry if today it doesn't get much better, but just try and always finish on a good one. Okay, just finish on one good one. Don't be tempted to keep going. If it's getting towards bedtime or tea time or whatever it is, as soon as you have a good one, finish on that one. It's nice for your body and your mind to remember a good one as the last one. All right, looking forward to seeing you tomorrow, because tomorrow is Wednesday and I've got more fun and games for you using football. Take care. Bye.